take a look at this problem. We have 100x squared plus 199x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, we're going to be using the zero factor property, so we have to get 0 on one side, which we already have. Then we need to factor the other side. Now there is no GCF, so I start going down through my list. Groupings, 4 more terms, no. PSD is close, but there's a number in front of the x squared. This is key number. Key number is when you have an x squared, x, no x, and there's a number in front of your x squared. So we're going to take the number at the beginning times the number at the end, ignoring signs. So number at the beginning times the number at the end, ignoring signs. 100 times 2 is 200. And we'll come up with our 3 columns. We're going to write down all products give us 200. We got 1 times 200, 2 times 100, 4 times 50, 5 times 40, 6 no, 7 no, 8 actually, let me think about 6. 6 no, 6 no, 7 no. Okay, 8 I think. Let's see, it goes in there 2 times 16, 40, 40. Okay. 8 times 25. 9 no. 10 times 20. 11 no. 12 no. 13 don't think so. 14 I don't know. I should use a calculator, but 14. Let's see. 14, that gives me 60 no. 15 no. 16. Okay, I think we're going past the point where it really matters. Anyway, I see where our answer is, or the numbers we're going to use, that is. Okay, S column, when to add these together. 1 plus 200 is 201. 2 plus 100 is 102. 4 plus 50 is 54. 5 plus 40 is 45. 8 plus 25 is 33. 10 plus 20 is 30. The difference column, subtract smaller from larger. 200 minus 1 is 199. 100 minus 2 is 98. 50 minus 4 is 46. 40 minus 5 is 35. 25 minus 8 is 17. 20 minus 10 is 10. Now the number we're looking for is a number in our middle term, which is 199, which is right here. So we're going to use 1 and 200. Now remember, we're rewriting our middle term using those two numbers. The larger number that we're using 1 and 200. So larger of those is a 200. Will always be the same size as the middle term, which in this problem is positive. Number I circled in the difference column. D for difference. One will be positive, one will be negative. If the 200 was positive, then the 1 will be negative. Okay, then we want to use factor by grouping. So group first 2 terms, group last 2 terms. First 2 terms have 100x in common, and that gives us x plus 2. Second group doesn't have anything in common, but first term is negative. Remember, first term is negative, you always factor out a negative. So we'll factor out negative 1, and that gives us x plus 2. Our goal was to get the parentheses the same, which they are. So I'll factor out an x plus 2. And to see what goes in your second set of parentheses, you can come up here and cross out the x plus 2's. And what isn't crossed out is what goes in your second set of parentheses. So this will be 100x minus 1. Okay, zero factor property. Says you get 0 on one side, you factor the other side, you set each factor equal to 0. So I'm going to set x plus 2 equal to 0, and I'll set 100x minus 1 equal to 0. Now we want to solve each one of these. Here I'll take 2 over, and it becomes a negative 2. And that's our first answer. And on this one, I'll take the negative 1 over the right side, becomes a positive 1, and then divide both sides by the number in front of our x, which is 100. And we get x is equal to 1 over 100. And those would be our 2 answers.